Thanks, Ethan. It's great to be here with you today talking about one of the most exciting things that are happening in the world of business applications. We today live on what we call the era of infinite computing. For the first time, compute resources are infinite. That means that you don't have to care about the lowest level of what the internet is doing. We're consuming this through the internet. You don't have to worry about insights because there's cheap capabilities to create things. You don't have to worry about how much AI and ML you might be doing. So this is the era of infinite computing, but it needs something very badly, which is what will eliminate the middleman, and that is blockchain. It's not the blockchain you hear about with Bitcoin and all the hype around this. This is the blockchain in the enterprise, which helps companies to have immutable ledgers, non-modifiable things, which keep a record of what is happening with employees, with their work, with their artifacts, anything which is relevant for them to not only work successfully, if you think about the era of time attendance, but also to find the right job, to schedule them with the right certification, the right qualification in the right job, or even to find the right job, which we mostly talk about here today. So let me give you an example what the elimination of the middleman means. As you hear from my nice accent here, or small soft accent, I'm not a native of the United States. I was born in Germany and I studied there. And I got a degree which is called the Diplom-Kaufmann. The diplomat merchant, basically. It's the MBA equivalent there. So what do I do to work here in the US? Somebody has to certify that I really have a Diplom-Kaufmann degree from the Universität of Mannheim in Germany. They are the middleman between me and the next job if my future employer is not thinking about this. The next problem is that nobody in the US knows what is a Diplom-Kaufmann. Right? It's the equivalent of an MBA, and there's an attestation effort happening at some of the universities. They're another middleman. Now, think about a world where at the reception of my diploma at the Universität of Mannheim, I would get the equivalent of what a Diplom-Kaufmann is in all major countries and economies in the world with the equivalent ranking to their local title so I can apply for a job. Hopefully that was a personal but also very clear example why that really matters. Why should employers care? Employers care because they're under massive pressure to move faster and work more efficiently. Nothing else than a pandemic with more pressure on enterprises to move faster and the healthcare function to work much, much better makes it even clearer. And so anything which is slowing enterprises down, slowing healthcare providers down is something which is not helping them and is something which is a risk. And in some of the healthcare people, it's really, really bad because people might stay sick. And in the very worst case, we don't want to talk about is people might even die. So healthcare is a plethora, right? It's a slew of different certification because such a fast-moving space, it's dealing with people, not with objects or things. It's not writing PowerPoints or talking videos here. No, it's working with real people and real outcomes for their patients. And that requires more diligence, more care, and that means only the certified people, the right people of doing this should be doing that, what they're doing with them. And think about a world where it is clear what a nurse, what a doctor has done, can do, where everything they've done, every operation, every diagnosis is going to be logged in and immutable, right? It has happened today. This operation happened today. These are the outcomes. This is what the doctor has done successfully, hopefully, with that patient is logged and is available as a track record. So the next time that doctor might apply, say, well, I've done 427.5 operations of this certain type. Or the nurse that I've done so and so many patients in that situation. So this is really important to understand that these immutable artifacts, records of something which people have done, certifications, but also performance potentially, can dramatically change the speed at which generally enterprises and specifically for today healthcare organizations can operate. So blockchain helps what I call enterprise accelerations, the few enabler of that. And with that, it changes how we work, when we work, what we work. And with that, it changes the future of work, obviously, because it accelerates things significantly, it reduces friction, and it probably gets the right people in the right place at a faster time. And that leads to a topic which is very high on people's mind right now, which is the employee experience, how are employees doing, how you take care of employees. And nobody wants to do paperwork. Nobody wants to chase certification and find what a middleman might have said. So this is why blockchain is so important, not only for healthcare, but for the whole industry, but specifically in healthcare.